Morning, class. Morning, teacher. Sir, this room is a little small, and our class is getting bigger every day. Do you think we could move to a bigger room? I've actually been thinking about that for a little while. Luckily, there's been a large supply for new buildings we can rent out. There's this one building that I've had my eyes on for quite some time. Hopefully, in the next few weeks, we will be able to move in. Welcome, class, to our new room. Does anyone know what supply is? Of course not. That's why I'm here to teach you. Supply is the quantity of a good or service that a producer is willing and able to sell at a range of prices. Just like demand, the one factor that affects supply the most is price. As the price increases, the quantity supplied increases, ceteris paribus, and vice versa. This is because it is more profitable for producers, as the difference between revenue is greater than cost. This can be shown as an upward sloping curve. Please note that the curve won't be linear in real life, or in situations where other variables are present. Let's look at an example. Here we have Mr. Turnip, and ironically, Mr. Turnip is a producer of turnips. Now let's say that originally at $60, Mr. Turnip is willing and able to sell 100 turnips. If the price of turnips increased from $60 to $80, Mr. Turnip will be willing and able to sell 150 turnips compared to 100 turnips. This is because it is more profitable for Mr. Turnip to sell turnips at $80 because the difference between cost and revenue is greater. Revenue can be found by multiplying the price and quantity. This leads to a movement along the supply curve. Similar to demand, if we remove the assumption of ceteris paribus, or all other factors remain constant, we can look into other factors such as cost of productions, productivity, technology, and price of related goods. Cost of production is exactly what it sounds like. It is the amount that a producer has to pay for the production of a good or service. These include things such as materials, ingredients, employees, trainings, tax, etc. Productivity is the measure of a business's or firm's performance and is defined as output per unit of input, or output over input. Input is equal to resources, such as land, labor, raw materials, capital, etc., and output is equal to the good or services produced. Technology includes things such as machinery. The better the technology, the higher the productivity, which leads to an increase in supply. And finally, related goods. Related goods are goods that share similar resources in their production. An example of this would be corn and cows. They both share the similar resources of land. Let's say that farmers are producing corn, but the price of cows increase. Cows become relatively more profitable compared to corn. Because they share similar resources, farms can switch the resources into the production of cows. This would lead to a decrease in the supply of corn from S to S1. This means that farmers are going to sell less corn at each and every price. All of these factors lead to a shift in the supply curve. There are also other factors that lead to a shift in supply, such as environment, political, legal, trade, and cultural factors. But for the sake of time and simplicity, I've decided to mention the main four. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Class dismissed.